Oh,
Oh, oh,
yo,
oh,
I always
oh,
got a problem like waking up after the
oh,
day after a show.
oh,
Like I felt sluggish the next
oh,
day,
It's just the rain.
and
oh,
it's raining outside.
oh,
So I
oh.
try to come in here with the right energy. So make sure we got the right energy. So when they watching us, we are giving the right energy through the screen. Shout out to everybody watching us. Shout out to everybody who supports U Street Media. Shout out to Queen's Table. Shout out to Hated to Love It. Shout out to She Got Jokes last night.
She got jokes last night.
She Got Jokes was a vibe.
Man,
It was
we need to talk about that. Yep.
You got kicked off the stage.
Yep.
Kicked
We're gonna have a
off,
meeting.
man.
Yep.
KO.
Yep, my boy. Yep, my boy.
They said you had
Have a
to-
meeting, my boy. Yep. You gotta see it too. Yep.
So that was the first comedy show of ours that you weren't hosting.
Yeah, that was different, but I definitely got to. I was working anyway. You know how that go. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you
was.
know what I mean? But I got to sit back and really watch. I think that was dope. So I got to say for the first time, me getting the experience a U Street last event from the sidelines.
How did that feel?
The sidelines.
How-
No, honestly, it was dope. It was dope to watch.
Like,
the
how was that
reception do their
you
thing.
weren't a part of it this time?
No. Huh?
How was it? How did it feel that you weren't a part of it?
Salty as shit. Nah, I'm saying, I felt good because I felt like I needed one off. You know what I mean? I was like, I usually doing the whole show. I get to watch one. Like, I get to come watch the like the poetry ones. Like, I get to come watch Rumor Rhyme. That's cool. But I'm a comic. I like you know what I mean? I'm with the comedy, so I get
That's
to
your
watch
lane,
one.
right?
Yeah,
That's your lane.
that's my lane. So I get to watch one is different than me being on go like working one. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
How's everybody's week? How was your week?
grind time. You already know me. Grind time. Just getting through the week, doing some things. We're about to head out the pit next week. It's for some auditions for some upcoming, potential movie
I'm about to say, ain't you about to
Yeah, some
you
movie
hop in
prospects.
a movie?
Yeah,
Ain't you doing a movie?
prospect, you know what I'm saying?
You doing live shows, you doing movies, you doing skits. Like this guy, one of the hardest working guys in show business right now.
I'm doing it, man. We just trying to do it. U Street rocks the world, so that's what we putting on
Already.
stage. You know what I'm saying? So when I go out and I represent us. So so we doing it for the gang. We doing it for the team.
Gang.
Shout out to Queen's Table too. They did their first hosting since he wasn't hosting. Queen's Table hosted last night, and I think they did a phenomenal job.
Excellent.
Bang up job.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Shout out to them. They was really in sync. They was up there having a good time. They were great masters of ceremony.
Yeah.
How was your week, Zoe?
My week was a week, and we're here.
We started our fantasy league. Football started this week, and
I know.
me and Zoe in the same league. It's his league, but yeah. So
Bang.
I know that ain't your team though. Is it? That ain't your team, is it?
that is his team.
We won today.
That is his team. And let me tell you how he fell asleep for his own draft.
Team?
I didn't fall asleep.
My Lord.
I was already asleep.
Boy, I woke up a sinner today, Lord.
Didn't wake up. Yeah,
I set an alarm. I tried.
but yeah.
It didn't work out.
How you doing today? Like, how's your squad looking?
My fantasy squad is winning so far. I think all three of my fantasy squads were in the league, and my team won. So it's a good football Sunday.
I'm kicking ass right now. I don't want to jinx it because we got a couple more players to play, but
You never know.
yeah.
Fantasy's funny.
But yeah, back were you privy to any buns this week, Alonzo?
We gotta define these buns to make it more clear.
Glaze,
What? Hey, yo, that means it's oil.
Kaiser.
I didn't eat anything with bread this week.
So you didn't glaze any buns yourself? is
No
what you're saying.
sandwiches.
No.
No sandwiches.
Ah,
How was your week?
my week was pretty good, man. I can't complain. I was moving around. We was getting ready for the show all week. So we was promoting, doing a lot of that. We was in these streets. There's always a lot of behind the scenes stuff that's going on, and I wish I could come here and tell you all of it, but some of it just ain't worth telling y'all. But yeah, so it was some behind the scenes stuff going on. We dealt with with that kind of stuff. And we we know what the next chapter is looking like. The next chapter is unfolding.
It's
So
a little clearer.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Shout out to everybody who's watching us.
We appreciate all your support.
Facts.
We got I Am Kenzie in the building.
Hey, yo, it's your boy Just Kids. I do it because I'm Just Kids.
We got Alonzo Williams Jr. in the building.
Chop wood, carry water.
And I'm your host, Blast. This is SayLess Podcast, episode 182, I think.
Damn, Gina. We getting up there.
We've been talking about doing something special for episode 200, so I want to make sure we actually get to that, hopefully, at some
100
point.
ran into the pandemic, ain't it?
Yeah. I think we were, 100 was right before,
Pandemic. It was
Yeah.
around that time.
yeah, right before we came over here, I think.
Damn.
But, yeah, man, SayLess has had a lot of looks, but
Yeah.
Zoe's actually been on the show the longest with me. Shout out to Zoe.
I was gonna stay with you the whole time. You was doing SayLess when I first signed on.
Yeah.
I did.
I remember I hit him up and was like, yo, I could use when here's what I did. I hit him up and I asked if he knew anybody, but I really wanted him. But I wanted him to tell me that.
I didn't catch it for a while. It was probably like a few hours later because I was at work like, oh, is he asking? I just remember being like, I got to get back on Facebook.
Pretty much.
Facebook.
Cause Zoe, yeah, he don't really do social media like that.
Facebook,
Nah,
I love
but
hate
every
you.
Every time Zoe comes on the media, Zoe come on the media, drop a bomb.
I
And then leave,
don't do that.
and then leave, bro. They come on with some heat and then just dip. Like, yeah, it's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to tell you, motherfuckers.
He's a real
these are
troll.
bums. These are all bums. And say something so I can
I
smack your
really
mom.
don't like
Bye.
any of you.
Zoe is a supreme troll when he wants to be.
Man,
Like he will fuck up somebody's day.
yeah, you're whole done. You're finished.
I try not to do that anymore.
People be wanting to fight. Well,
He'll
they
say
say
it.
they want to fight
And
him
don't even
online.
be in the comments. He don't even be in his own comments. They be arguing with themselves in the comments. You
Yeah,
feel
they
me?
do because I don't even look at the joint. I don't be looking at the.
Guys going ham.
I don't look at the
Go
notifications.
It's crazy.
You gotta let it take a mind of its own and let it go.
This guy had a guy do a whole dissertation on his ass a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, Bull did a whole hour live on you.
They was
He got a whole 25 and a half views. 3 hours to have.
he did an hour live, and
That
he
was
was
crazy.
he was in his feelings. Then he blocked you, right?
Hey, yo,
He
that's
blocked me
corny.
before he made
I
the
hate
video.
that when someone does that.
He
They go
blocked me
talk-
before he
they
made the
talk
video.
heavy and they
Yeah,
block
don't go live. Don't block me and then go
you.
live.
Go crazy. I'll create
Like-
a whole nother Facebook just to come for you. I don't care.
You go live,
I got a
yeah.
back on Facebook that no one knows about. Like I'll come.
You
for
got a
you.
burner account.
Yeah, I got a burner account that
Just
I'll go stupid on.
Just recovered.
Just waiting for it. I'm waiting for the day. Like, yo, you play with me, bro.
If
I
you
got a burner
directed-
account.
If you are directing a live towards me, you have to tag me. Like
Yeah, if it's not directed, it's not respected.
that's the energy
At
I
me,
want.
Nick. At me, Nick. At me, King.
Yeah.
At me, King.
Yeah,
He got.
Make you a peasant.
He
Stop playing
blocked.
with me,
He
boy.
blocked people to talk about him.
I'm
That's
burning you up. on
that's
that account.
ugly.
They may block it in an hour, but for that hour, it's
Yeah,
the
right.
Holocaust.
At least
And
give
it's not
at
gonna
least
block
give him a
you.
chance to see it and then block him.
It's going down.
shout out to Knock Bowie, and she came from Brooklyn yesterday.
Yeah.
She drove the whole way from Brooklyn, and shout out to Tata Sharice, who drove from Bmore to come.
That's
Like,
what's up.
for the people that come and rock with us, like it's a Oh, Tata's from Philly. My fault. There was somebody. Yeah. Well, still, it's right down the street, but it's not.
It's not, but it is.
Yeah, but shout out to the people who come from out of town, and let me do this, because there's a lot of people from out of town that we book, and I can say fully that not one of those people who drove from over an hour away have ever flaked on me. But there's a lot of local people who claim that they really want to be in the business. They claim that they should be getting the looks, and they like and
It should be us.
Hold up.
yes,
now. Hold up now.
and they get mad when other people
Hold
get
up.
props, but these are the same people that,
Oh, Lord.
that don't keep their bookings. They show up
Lord.
to events late.
Oh, Lord.
You're not putting out any new music.
Wow.
You're trying to ride off your mixtape from 4 years ago. Nobody gives a shit no more.
Damn.
And yeah, I just want to say, like, if you are, and I'm not coming for nobody in particular. I'm saying like
keep the same energy.
yeah, I know.
Follow through.
I'm saying, like, I've been doing this for a while now, and I've seen this a few times, and it's a lot of it's a lot of locals, not necessarily locally from my city, but even like the couple surrounding cities. We know the couple little surrounding cities.
People that are close.
Yeah, and it's a lot of people bullshit. Like, y'all don't really want it, and
He said that Jews will drive farther for pussy than you will to succeed in your career.
Wow.
That's what he said.
Drive farther.
I
He
mean-
said that you'll travel farther for
Yeah.
pussy than you will to get on.
and if you don't want it, that's fine. But
I said
I just don't want people in my circle that don't want it. Like everybody around me has to be ambitious, yo.
Facts.
Like,
Be honest with you, it's okay to want something, but I need my people that want it. I need them to need it. There's a difference. See, there's a big difference between want and need. So you can want to go get your degree, but in order to say, there's people that need to get that because it's the only way. You understand? Like, it's the only way. A want and a need. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, that's the only way you'll be successful, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only way. It's a consistent action. You can't take a day off. How you know last night wasn't the night? I heard people that was mingling after, like, shoot, yeah, I like this person. Yeah, I gotta get with this person. I gotta get with Billy. Yo, I'm trying to get on this joint. I'm like,
yeah,
But
they don't want it. They don't want it as bad as what they say they want it. Like, and it's cool. Like, but just say that. Like, don't be the person that flakes on the day of and says, I'm not doing the show.
that's
Yeah,
corny.
yeah.
You fucked your stock up right there.
Like, I will never ever circle back for you. Like, ever.
What can you say when somebody asks about them?
Nothing. And there's a few local rappers, and I say local, like I said, not meaning Lancaster City specifically, but all the surrounding area. There's a few locals who act like they really about that, but I've seen them behind the scenes, and they don't really want it. Like, it's bullshit. You're never gonna make it. None of your tracks are gonna sell, and you're never gonna be anything. That's just the bottom line of it, because it's a hobby to you, and if it's a hobby to you, then you ain't never gonna be shit.
And
That's
it's
just
not
one.
saying that you're not talented, because there's some of you that
Yeah.
are really talented. But here's the thing about it: hard work outbeats talent every day of the week.
All the time.
Every day of the week. I tell people that all the time, hey, this cool. You might be funnier than me. You might be craftier than me. You might be godly gifted, just naturally gifted. But the problem is you can't outwork me.
Some
These people
people
don't get the workout line of this shit. They want to show up when the fucking lights are on.
They think it's
Here
all
it
fun.
is.
You want to show up when the fucking lights are on.
They
When
only
I leave
really
here,
wanna
I'm
be
gonna go home and
famous.
study.
Mhm.
You aren't going home and fucking studying. I'm going home and studying film. I'm going home studying shit. I'm going home and learning how to do something else to up the ante on these motherfuckers. If I gave you $10, $1 million with the game here today on how to do something, a video edit. I mean, tomorrow I'm gonna up the fucking ante on you. So by the time you learn how to do that, I'm already again ahead. I have to
next
be.
thing.
I have to be.
And that's what they don't get. They don't really get the work that we put in. Like, they see the laughs and the lights and all that good stuff, but they don't really they don't see that we are constantly working. Like, a few people actually have said, like, yo, I want to recognize that y'all was the first around here doing what you do, and we see all the competition, they said. And me and Zoe were talking yesterday, and and what's real about it is it's not really competition. Like, they're doing what we're doing, what y'all see us doing now, but we're already on the next step because we're working to something. Like, you're doing, like, there's people doing a part of what we do, you know what I mean? But they don't embody the whole situation. They don't see that there's a bigger step that we're trying to get to. And I'm not saying they're not. I'm saying, like, I don't even know nobody who has done just because you do a show or two, that's not, like, do a year of sold out shows. Put up thousands of views online. Do that. Build a team of strong people that are not going to let you down. Like, if you don't, some of y'all don't have none of that.
That's why I was saying they're not competition, because they're not doing this consistently. Like you're not somebody winning one time doesn't make them a rival.
Right.
Like when you win, and this person gets a win, they get a win, they get a win, they get a win, they get a win, but they ain't coming back, they ain't coming back, they ain't coming back,
Here's
they
the
ain't
thing,
coming back, and they ain't coming back.
We live in a world where people want instant gratification. I send you these videos all the time. They want instant wins, like instant right now. You know, it makes me laugh because like it doesn't work like that. When we first started doing this, it wasn't no supporters, no money, probably nothing really.
Nothing. I didn't see
Speak
money
about
in this
fucking
game. We didn't put up. I didn't see money in this game for years. Like and we was putting money in. Like I mean, so
getting nothing out, right?
Nothing.
Like, exactly. Trying to
So this ain't no luck, and this ain't a luck thing. Like I don't want anybody to think like we just got lucky. Like nah, we worked until we figured something out.
This comes from consistency.
Consistent grinding.
Yeah.
I have enough. I show you different shit. I just say anybody, yo, look at this. This is shit I'm fucking with, cause that's what I'm doing. I have enough shit to like. If I got sick right now, oh, man. Yo, Billy, I'm down with the COVID-22, bro. But listen, I'm gonna send you 20 videos every day at 7:50 a.m. I'll give you my password for the gram. I need you to drop this content. I'm not missing a fucking. I'm not missing a dime. I'm not missing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's going down. It's going down. That's how it is. People don't get that shit though.
What do y'all think about Kanye West this week? Let's get into what we need to talk about. Kanye West was going off online on Adidas
And Gap.
But what else?
and Gap. Yeah.
What else ain't?
What else? I know, but you know I love my man Cons. Oh my God, yay. Yay, my guy. I love you, man. I knew this was gonna happen with him, and I knew it was just the way he is. I knew it was only a matter of time with him and Adidas, at least.
It's turning into that's what he's gonna do.
That's not a good look though. You see, like having all these fallouts with these major brands, people are not gonna work with you. Like
It's fallouts with everybody.
It's not a good look, but this time I think he is completely justified because Adidas is because he's not wanting to release certain things on their time and stuff like that. They are taking his designs now and making just regular Adidas with his styles.
yeah, I know.
And that's his brand, that's his style. And they're also releasing new colorways of his stuff that he's not okaying. And he is actually creating these sneakers from scratch. Like Kanye West does that. Like he's a designer. So they're taking his ideas and they're his partner.
And
it's kind of foul.
They're coming out with the hot colorways.
Yeah, it's foul.
It is.
It's foul.
Because he wants to keep it brown and black and gray.
Yeah, he don't like the bright colors.
Homeless.
Yeah, he's with this homeless thing. I don't know. It's like
he's beefing with Gap too over some T-shirts that kind of look like his T-shirts kind of look like his T-shirts. The Gap's T-shirts were looking like his.
Yeah.
And he sold out of trash bags.
Yeah, like man, listen. I don't know about the trash bag shit. The trash bag shit, whatever. That's his. I guess that's his art, and he wants it that way. But I agree with him on the Adidas shit. Like, you can't take that man. Like he kind
slides look a lot like the Yeezys, and I be seeing people walking around. I guess there's a bunch of slides that look like the Yeezy slides, and I'm looking at people like.
Are those Yeezys or
are they Yeezys? Yeah.
You can't even tell.
You can't tell now.
He brought Adidas back from the dead, basically.
Yeah.
Though. Like, Adidas was not popping until Yeezy got. Like, they were.
People were just wearing Adidas everything now.
Yeah, like Adidas they weren't dead in the water.
I always wore Adidas.
But they weren't. He changed the trajectory of that company, and they need to respect him as a creator for that. Like, you have to pay. Well, he's getting paid
They gotta
fine,
get theirs
but
too.
yeah, and that's the thing when you
But
sign with these big
The thing
corporations.
with him is like he has all this money and he's into fashion by now. He should have his own fashion house.
He should be
Maybe.
creating his own sneakers.
Cause I know these people. These people They didn't start with all that money.
I think what he should do is buy one of these brands that are failing, like Dame Dash did, and that's his man. Dame Dash back, I think in the Rockefeller days, towards the end of the Rockefeller days, bought Keds, Pro Keds.
I thought that was like in the middle
Yeah, it was somewhere around there.
because they had the state property kids.
And so he did that, but it didn't pan out. But I think if Ye bought one of them companies and brought his designs there, he
People
could
start
blow.
wearing that joint.
Yeah, like it would.
Man, if
Kanye
Ye
has
started
enough-
bringing his shit to
The only people-
Kmart.
The only
niggas
people,
had
the only
be
people that
like,
wear
yo,
kids are
this
old school
Kmart.
people that wore kids.
I never really wore Keds.
I didn't. Kids was ahead of me. I mean, kids was around my time, but I mean,
I remember the Pro Keds commercials, but I never that.
it's the people ahead of that were older than us that wore pro kids.
But if
Even the NBA cats wore kids.
if Yeezy bought Keds right now, they wouldn't still pop.
Cause his name, they could.
Hell yeah, they would pop. Like,
As long as he
Come
put
out
his
some
time, if he
fire
put his
homeless-
time into it,
Kanye come out with some fire homeless looking ass clothes and everybody be wearing that joint next week.
fire, huh?
Fire.
he got Gap
And
popping.
now I'm
Yeah.
super loving Ye because now I'm saving money. You feel me?
Just
Them homeless clothes are gonna be $400 for a sweatshirt.
think about it though. Like him coming to Adidas, we started looking at. We looked at Adidas completely different. Like Adidas hadn't been that popular in over a decade. You know what I mean? Like, he brought them back, and he did the same thing for Gap. None of us was talking, we didn't give a shit about
Yeah.
Gap. You think his clothes ain't selling out in minutes over there?
His Hunger Games clothes always
Gap
sell
was only
out.
popping at Old Navy.
Gap hadn't popped since for years though, and Dapper Dan is over there too now, kinda sorta.
Dapper Dan got to deal with Gap.
Yeah, he had the Dap sweatshirt hoodies that came out.
Oh,
Dap.
yeah?
It said Dap instead of Gap.
They there now? I ain't even know that.
Nah, they sell out quick.
They're
when
probably
they drop.
expensive as hell, too,
Yeah, they were like $1.
for a hoodie.
But they got hoodies for $1 now, so.
I like
yeah,
to
they
create
had the
my
Dap,
own brand, but
They had the Dap instead of Gap. It said Dap.
shout out to Dapper Dan, you know. Hopefully I can own a piece of Dapper Dan clothing before. Because I come from
Want
the
some of
era.
that Louis Vuitton,
Yeah, like I was before I even knew what Dapper Dan was. I was a kid in elementary school, like second, third grade, watching your own TV raps and seeing Rakim and all these dudes. Big Daddy Kane with the Gucci leathers, with the shit that looked like, wait, that don't look like nothing they ever made. But it was Dapper Dan that was creating these styles, and he wound up going on the run and all this shit. For the people that don't know the Dapper Dan story, like he wound up having to go on the run because they was chasing him down because he was taking their brand and stitching
Making
it
it
up
new.
and cutting it up and making But yeah, shout out to Dapper Dan. But yeah, back to Adidas and the creator. I think the creators should have more respect. Adidas should have more respect for that, for Yeezy, for Ye. Like
Given the situation he's in, at least.
they know what he did for the company. Like that's not even something they can argue. They know he upped the value of the whole entire brand. So
Adidas got a lot of things going on.
now, but also I don't know what's going on behind the scenes because I hear they're like, okay, we're ready for the next version of the Yeezys, and we want to bring it out, and Ye is not delivering on the due date. So they're like, okay, we're gonna take one of your old shits and flip the colors and do this.
It seems like, Kanye's being Kanye, but I don't know. It seems like
Sometimes he's not wrong.
sometimes he's not.
Like,
But with him, you got to dig so deep into stuff because he just rants.
He does.
He just rant like he bullied Pete Davidson for months. You know what I'm saying?
It's not even like that, bro.
It was like that because we heard about he called that man out of his name for months,
Yeah,
And then had all his fans.
and then all the
come out.
Kanye fans. You know what I'm saying?
Got that man in therapy right now.
God, man, he bullied Pete Davidson. Now he's bullying Adidas. He's bullying Gap because all his fans, millions of fans, are going to jump right on it. So it's like
Is
with
that
him,
really like a? All right, let's go to the origin of this story, right?
no. I get whether he's right or wrong.
But
his
that's what
millions
I'm
of
saying.
fans,
Like, as wild as it looked, was he wrong? Because when Kim went on Saturday Night Live, that's when she first met Pete. She was still with Kanye, and they started like flirting. They had a kissing scene on there.
he messed his marriage up though.
Yeah.
Because he was with multiple jump offs.
He was. Yeah, I mean, listen, we don't know their business.
But that's Hollywood BS. He said he messed up.
All I'm saying is, if me and my wife separate, and we're not divorced yet, and you and you're the next one to get with her, you deserve any. Like, if I decide to terrorize you, you pick this.
Even if you got joints in your hotel room and you got joints that look like your ex and all that.
Well, yeah, because
Still, you're
You said,
still.
well,
good.
because I can do what I want. Like, I don't have to, like, because I got new joints don't mean you
Right.
can have my joint unless I don't want her no more.
I think I have. Like,
No.
if you really want to come for me every day, let's have a celebrity boxing match.
Oh my god.
Then it's just me and you. You can say whatever you want then.
Do you think Pete? I don't think Pete would even want that smoke.
Neither one of them want that.
Who? What, even Ye? He wouldn't want
No,
this
he
one?
don't.
I
Don't
think-
let that.
nah, I don't
Don't
think-
be fooled by that.
I don't think Ye's ready for no smoke.
He don't want none of
Yeah,
that.
ain't. He's not putting hands on nobody. He don't want no
That's
hands
what I
put on
said.
him.
Like, yo, he's over there. He's like, he bullied him for months. I'm like,
Um,
listen, I love Ye, but Ye comes from the nerd era too. Like, you not.
Yeah, but they knew
You're not
this.
that guy.
This new cyberbullying with all the. You see what Beyonce.
Ooh.
You see what Beyonce's people did. The Trick Daddies took his restaurant from a 4-star to a 1-star.
MySpace.
Did they? Yeah, I heard they
Yeah,
started
they
coming out
they
of
took his joints from a 4-star to a 1-star. Like that stuff is real, man.
because he said Beyonce can't sing.
That's
Them
crazy.
people are
No,
something
but then
else,
he
man.
doubled back though and he said she can't sing. Sang.
Dang.
And I said that before, and people came for me, and my platform's a lot smaller than his. But when I said it too, Beyonce can sing, but she can't sing.
So if you get
She can't. I wasn't mad at Trick when he said that.
I wasn't either. But
Like, yeah,
when they took his
you
restaurant
can't.
from
I'm not
a
coming.
4-star,
Don't come for me,
that-
Beehive.
well, what do you call?
nah,
What is
they
that?
coming for you.
Huh?
That's what I'm saying.
Don't come for me.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I'm just saying, like, when it comes to voices, she's not Whitney. She's not even Jennifer Hudson.
Damn.
She's not.
Damn.
Like, no,
Damn, she carried
she's
no
not.
shit?
She's not
Can
Jill
she do it?
Scott.
Damn.
Does she? What is it? She's missing.
Damn, what is she? Yeah, I'm like, damn, who is she better than?
Her
Ashanti?
voice don't have
Jennifer
that.
Lopez?
Her voice.
Goddamn.
Her voice has a real pop. Like, there's no.
Oh my god.
There's not a lot of soul to her voice.
Yo, black people are gonna be upset. Like, who-
No, not black people. The Beehive. This is my opinion.
Who they gonna come for you like they came for Whoopi?
What do you think? Am I
I
tripping?
think she can sing.
I think she can sing,
But she can't church sang.
but she don't like. There's certain people that can sing and hit them notes, and the hairs on my arm stand up.
That's because they have a
B
soul still.
B don't do that.
Because she lost her soul.
I don't think.
See, they about to come for
I
your
don't think
neck.
she lost her soul. It's the
What?
stuff. I think the stuff that we hear her on isn't giving us what we want.
But we've heard her on ballads before. Like that was that Angel song where she was in all white in the video. Was it,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I liked her on Cadillac Records when she was singing the Etta James stuff.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like she can sing, but even on that, like on Dreamgirls,
That's what I'm talking
Jennifer
about.
Hudson stole like Jennifer
That's
Hudson.
'cause she said no.
Yeah, yo, Jennifer Hudson's voice is better than Beyonce's voice
Oh,
to
that's
me.
a fact. That's a fact.
Like,
That's a
She has-
fucking fact.
Jennifer
Jennifer Hudson singing church. I'll find God.
That's
man.
what-
Listen.
is.
is.
She said
And that growl is like-
now Jesus back.
She doesn't have the growl.
That
That's what. That's the
growl-
only thing.
The
That's
growl.
what she's. Yeah.
The growl.
She doesn't have the
That's
growl.
the perfect way to
Jennifer
put it.
Hudson
She
got the
doesn't have the
growl. She got the growl.
Yeah.
Beyonce. That's. I mean, you know that.
But there's even women with the softer voices, right? But you still feel like soulful, like that in my family. You know what I mean?
right.
You know, black comes in all shades. So them being mixed is something that we just found out later on in their careers. But either way, like the voice of Cole and the voice of Cap, what he did, and Obama being the first black president, they keep saying black president.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, like,
Saying black person.
you know what I'm saying? Like, he's black, but nobody says mixed. Like, you ever notice that? Like,
Because-
if you're
It was gonna
mixed,
take away from him being the first black president.
No, because.
if you're mixed with white and anything, nobody ever just says you're white. Ever.
Good job.
Like, nobody ever says that white guy when you're mixed.
and there
But
was-
they'll still call you black if you're mixed with black and white.
Actually, when you were under black president, usually, you know what I'm saying? Check it out.
You know, that
They
was
called you
long-
white?
Yeah, so.
For real?
Yo, white, yo, light skin, yo, white, you know, you white.
I think it's because they didn't call you white because of they called you white because of the high school you went to.
Yeah, that's true.
What high school did you go to?
I went to like Governor Mifflin.
Yeah, yeah, it wasn't because he was white. Because I
Mifflin,
mean, because
no.
nobody, you don't look white, you don't act white. You just.
I don't think I had
But Mifflin is so like
white.
if you're from
You
Reading,
hear Governor
Mifflin,
Mifflin, that's white.
Governor Mifflin is so different from Reading High.
Yeah.
Like it's like two different words. They like not even 10 miles from each other,
Yo.
but it's complete. It's like two different words.
Yo, I remember they said some shit in the basketball game. All I remember was Reading High said something like, "Yo, you just can't play ball." They was like, "That's all right." Mifflin was like, "That's all right. That's okay. Y'all gonna work for us someday."
Crazy! Yo, that's
Bro, they
that's,
were fighting in the parking lot.
that's-
Like, I'm telling you, it was going the
That's
fuck down
that's
in the
what they
parking lot.
teach their
Like,
kids though.
Those shit was crazy.
That's kind of how you shut down the argument, though. Like,
It was crazy.
That-
They were like Reading
that was
High
hard. That was
Reading High
hard.
was, like they was
What-
whooping on their ass.
Whether it was offensive or not, that was hard. That was a tremendous
Yikes.
comeback, and
Yeah,
they
it
deserve.
was crazy. It was crazy. I remember they were getting killed. It was like it had to be like 60 to nothing, like 60 to 10, something crazy.
Miflin's
And-
nice in football now.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yo, yes, last year they had the best
It was
running back in
nice when I
the
was playing
country.
shit.
Oh yeah, that's right. Where did he go?
Penn State,
Oh, he went.
He
I
going to
thought
Penn
was
State
going to
next year.
Georgia.
but he was from the city too, though.
Yeah,
he
they
did-
always are.
Yeah, he's from the city,
Or their parents are.
but they don't know what we're talking about. Shout out to Reading, shout out to Governor Mifflin. Let's move on to the next topic. Jackson, Mississippi. I've been reading about this for actually like 2 weeks now. It just came onto my radar. This week, I actually posted a video of the water coming out the faucet, and it
Coffee.
looked like coffee. That's exactly what it looked like.
That's ridiculous.
And this is the water situation in Jackson, Mississippi, which has over a 90% black population, which ironically is the same as Flint, Michigan, who had over a 90% black population. And they let these dirty water crises go on, and it's not national news. Like, here's my thing. With any city in this country of America, it's not a third world country. We pride ourselves on being the best place to live in the world. And you would, and it's because of things like we don't have to even think about clean air and clean water, and we can make as much money as we want here if we work hard enough to do it. That's the American dream, right? But when you see stuff like this and damn near brown, I'm not talking about like light brown. This was, like he said, coffee.
Black coffee brown.
And this is coming out the faucet, and you think about that kind of shit happening in 2022, it doesn't make sense. And it doesn't make sense to me why this isn't the front. This doesn't lead your stories every day until it's fixed.
Every single day.
Because as long as, matter of fact, I don't think Flint still has clean water, do they? They still have water issues. And
I seen where this woman, you had them, them totes, them big plastic joints. They were taking water from their tub to the totes, and like they were storing them, and they were keeping them so they could heat them up, so they could bathe. And the water, like, Why are we doing that? We really have to do that.
Could you like? I don't drink faucet water usually. I do drink water, but I don't usually drink faucet. But the luxury of being able to go to your sink and turn it on and get a cup of water, throw some ice in it, and
Make it work.
like yeah, but you can't even do that. Like that's like water
even make
is.
no
We
Kool-Aid.
need water like we need air.
Take it for granted. You turn on the faucet tomorrow and that shit brown, you're gonna be sick.
And it was almost like nobody knew about it almost
No
until
shower.
Dion said something about it that his team was dealing with it too.
Yeah.
It's like it took somebody
Celebrity status.
to say something about to bring it to light. Like, come on, man. What are we doing? Like they're purposely not taking care of them places. But we're sending how much money we sending to Ukraine?
Billions.
Michigan and
Billions.
Mississippi needs to get it together.
Yeah, I don't understand, and it kind of makes you think because Jackson, Mississippi apparently has been going through this for a couple years now, and it's just now getting on our radar. So it kind of makes you think how many other black cities or cities period are going through similar situations, and it doesn't hit national news until somebody either goes viral with a situation or the news actually decides to pick it up, or too many people start dying.
Like they're finding different ways to flood black cities.
Because in this country, like if we're being real, in this country, black trauma is not, it doesn't move the needle.
No.
Like black death doesn't move the needle. Like we're desensitized to the point where we see cops killing black folks, we see us killing black folks. We just
White
see
people killing black.
we see black people fighting all the time, black people getting stabbed, black people getting arrested, black people. We see all of this stuff and nobody gives a shit. But all of the stuff I just named, if any of that shit happens when it's white, tell me like if we saw Boise, Idaho, and they had brown water, do you think they would let that shit go? That shit would be fixed
Be on
immediately.
TV every day.
But you know what the other thing is? And I actually talked to a police officer, and he told me this. Black people don't get results because, one, we don't vote in these local elections. We only vote for the president. We don't come out for the midterms. But the other thing is we don't complain to the police and to the city when shit happens. We always handle shit internally.
Right.
Like white people, when there's a problem in their township, they call the township. They'll call the police. They complain about this kind of stuff, and then things get done. We always try to handle stuff internally. Somebody breaks in our house, we asking everybody before we call the cops, we asking everybody on the block, did you see this? Blah, blah, blah. Like we trust our neighborhood more than we trust
That's because the cops,
the system.
all the stuff the system's done to us.
That's a fact. Like I'm not saying it's not warranted, but the cops said this is why they don't respect you, because this is why cops treat black folks the way they do. They wouldn't do that in these white neighborhoods, not only because white people are looked at differently, but it's because if you go in a white neighborhood and you start terrorizing their kids and doing all this to police, white people are gonna go raise hell at the town hall meeting. They're going to these city council meetings. They're going to we don't do none of that. So they don't give a shit about our opinion until we're out in the streets protesting. That's the only form of ways to get shit done is when we're at the tipping point. I don't want to say crazy. When enough is enough, we finally reach that point and we go overboard. But there's stuff that we could be doing before this.
Yeah.
Especially some of us with influence, some of us with that are in higher positions or have money, because these are the things that are respected. Because if you have money, they look at you as a potential donor, and now
Investor.
Yeah, so now they're looking at you like, oh, okay, this guy matters. Now, if you don't have the money, numbers can matter. So go down there with your entire neighborhood and raise hell. But yeah, we just gotta find a balance where, because I know a lot of us we don't believe in the system. We don't want to have nothing to do with it.
And we got to support each other too.
100%.
We
100%.
gotta support each other 100%, not just sometimes.
Yeah.
Like it was a kind of a semi debate with somebody. It was pertaining to, you know, this guy coming for Lizzo, and I was saying we gotta black people need to protect each other. Like they didn't agree with me, but we need to protect each other. We need to be looking out for each other. The stuff we did in once did in stay safe spaces we do in public for everybody to see. What we do isn't for everybody.
That's because of the internet.
Yeah.
So the internet puts
People are into sharing everything.
Yeah, it puts the camera in our face. And a lot of that is true. Like I started doing these videos now, and I'm talking about people, and I'm really conscious because a couple of my videos, like my little videos I put out during the week, the little TikToks, I talked about black folks. Let me, but I try to point out what they said and why what they said didn't make sense. But I try to do it without demeaning them as a person.
Yeah. You know, I'm starting to write like little stand up. Wait for it. I was like, yeah. I read about a couple people. I was like, yeah. I had a whole Herschel walk. Like, yeah. I was like, yeah, this is funny.
Some stuff that some of us do might be we disagree with. We can't just be coming for our own hard, heavy, especially when we're not coming for our oppressors, the colonizers, any colonizers or oppressors.
And that's the other thing with me too, is like I come for everybody, but I know everybody doesn't watch everything I do.
Right.
So you might just see me when I'm saying something about a black person. And that might look like, yo, he runs a company and he's supposed to be bigging up people of color and he's doing this. But
I can't big up ignorance.
Because you're black doesn't mean that everything you do is right.
Right.
And if I see bullshit, I'm gonna call you on bullshit.
So I don't care if you're black, brown, green, monkeypox. Ignorance is ignorance. I'm gonna call you on your ignorance.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call you on your ignorance. I don't care what color you are.
People they're willing to overlook somebody else's ignorance and point out the same thing in somebody else.
Yeah, and it's okay to do. It's okay for one because of
keep
status.
that same energy. Keep it straight up and down.
Yeah,
that's why I was watching the video where the dude asked if Hillary should go to jail. Oh yeah, he was like yeah, for treason, right? Yeah. So Hillary should go to jail. Nah, because Trump's a patriot. It's like, wait, so you think she should go to jail, but if he does the same thing, you don't think he should go to jail? Well, even though it's the same thing?
The hypocrisy is crazy. Like, I was looking at it this week, how a lot of the people that was screaming, lock her up, for emails. But people were screaming, lock her up, because she used her personal email for business, right? Basically, that's what they wanted
government to. Stuff.
But this man, in these past weeks, we found out took nuclear documents from other countries to his house. For what reason we don't know.
He should have been given up when he left office.
And those same lock her up people are the same people talking about defund the FBI now. Like, yo, you wanted to lock her up for using her personal, which all of us do. I use my personal email, not all the time, but sometimes if I'm on that email and I send a file or something, I'm sending it from my personal email.
Yeah, it's whatever one I'm on.
So we wanted to lock her up for that, but you want to defund the FBI because they came for this dude who took nuclear documents to his crib.
Top secret. Yeah, defund the FBI, right.
Mind you, they called us.
But it's not.
They called us un-American.
Yeah.
For saying defund the police.
Yeah,
because they were killing unarmed black people. Killing.
So we're saying, you know what I mean?
Hypocrisy is crazy.
But when it comes to one man, like forget the fact that the police system all across the country is not only oppressing but killing black people, like with impunity.
And they
And it's
it ain't
nothing.
just that they're doing it, that they've been doing this for a few hundred years. Like, this is not new.
But one man
Yeah,
that y'all worship
the cult,
has an issue,
your cult leader.
and now you want to defund the whole. The Patriots want to defund the whole Federal Bureau of Investigation.
And not just
I don't
that,
understand
they
it.
want to spread misinformation. I heard all kinds of misinformation about why they ran up in his house and all kinds of. It's like, do y'all just literally gloss over the facts? And they just.
I don't care. Like, I haven't
must
seen
not-
any of that. And shout out to Hate It or Love It, our newest show on U Street Media. Tune in Monday at 9 a.m. But they're conservatives, and we have these back and forths all the time, and it's like they know what's wrong with everything else, but when you talk about their people, it's not, they don't have the same rules for the people they support as they do for, and that's just my opinion. Like, they would probably say the same about me.
I'm not political, but hypocrisy is hypocrisy. Like, it's wide open for everybody in the world to see. Like, you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
This guy.
It's like, how can you see somebody get shot in the back and say they should have complied.
You should have turned around.
But they can also see somebody hitting the police, and
We're thugs anytime we
not have
disagree.
the same. You know what I'm saying?
Like, if a black man has a police interaction and he runs and gets shot 10 times in the back and he's unarmed, they'll say he shouldn't have ran. The police do not have a license to kill you because you ran. That's not how this shit works. That's not legal. And if it happened in a white community, you wouldn't say that.
And all they gotta
Like,
do,
it wouldn't even be handled the same in the media.
No.
It wouldn't be handled the same by police. It would be a full-on frenzy if we saw a white man in a white neighborhood run and get shot in the back.
right?
Then we would be talking about police reform, like in a real fucking way. But it happens every day in black communities, and it's always black people's fault.
I was saying, and all they got to do is say they feared for their life and they can get off, and that's crazy. Because I seen a thing where the police officer jumped on the hood of the car and was shooting into the car at the unarmed guys that he allegedly was fearing for his life. Like, yo, if you saw they had a gun, why are you on top of the hood shooting down in the, like? But you remember fearing for your life. But you were on the hood of the car shooting. Like,
wildin'. Bull wildin'.
Yeah, it's crazy.
This is how
I do want to bring it back to Jackson, Mississippi, though. I think I am going to make it a point to at least start every show we're talking about the water in Jackson, Mississippi and Flint, Michigan until somebody do something. Because I feel like we at least got to do our part. Like, because this is bullshit. Like, it's just bullshit. It's bullshit the way black people were still treated in 2022. And it's bullshit, like, if you still turn a blind eye to it. And, like, don't hit me with you playing the race card. Like, I'm telling you why. Like, I'm telling you why. Show me the 90% predominantly populated white city that has this water issue.
they got water issues in Calabasas, or
Like, show me that place and I'll shut the fuck up forever. Show me that. But right now, like, the information I have, I'm showing you why it's still fucked up for us. But moving on to the next thing. This probably would have led most shows, but I didn't feel as big about this as most people did.
yeah.
So let's talk about it, because maybe I'm wrong. I don't want to offend nobody, but if I do, fuck it. I've done it before. Queen Elizabeth died this week.
Are you talking about Mariah Carey?
What?
Talking about Mariah Carey?
Wow.
Queen?
Mary J. Blige?
Mary J. Blige?
Queen
What you
Latifah.
call
Monica?
Whitney
Brandy?
Houston already. Aretha already died.
Yeah. Only queen we acknowledge is Kim.
Gladys Knight, Lil' Kim.
Lil' Kim? Queen Latifah?
Yeah.
Ashanti?
Wow.
It killed me.
Queen Bey.
It killed me this week when people was talking about, oh my God, I can't believe Queen Elizabeth died. I was like, yo, she was almost 100.
I can't believe a 96-year-old woman died.
Like, forget the fact that she is unfavorable to our community. For sure. And she's really, and the British, I don't even understand why the British are hailed the way they are in America.
Because they're
period. Because we actually fought them for our independence.
We fought them for our independence, right? But you know, with all their colonialism, screw them with all their colonialism in Africa too, and the Middle East, and all them other, and the American, not even American, the Caribbean,
right?
Because you know we got the American side and the British side. Why is there a British side?
You're making their head spin.
Why is there a British side on American territory?
They don't know that, bro. They're making their head spin right now. This is mind blowing.
The biggest empire that has dominated the world is it's England. Like they literally they have territories in every continent. Like and America's good for that too. Don't get it fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere we go to war, we stay there.
We do come from that though.
Huh?
We come from that.
They are
like our dad.
We're the babies of them. Like,
we're the babies. We're the babies that grew up and started whooping dad, beat their dad up. Like your dad's 5'9" and you're 6'8".
But let me tell you about this part. Like I saw a lot of black folks on my timelines that was not a lot. It was a few that really did like long drawn out tributes, pictures like. Oh, she was always so regal, and Queen Elizabeth was always the and I'm looking like,
bruh,
yo,
bruh.
She's the OG colonizer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are we even speaking about right now? Like, you're basically saying, yes, my master was the greatest queen. Like, yo, get the fuck out of here. And I'm not saying, listen, I'm not gonna shit on anybody who died, because. You don't speak ill of the dead. But what I will say, if you was a piece of shit alive, I'm not gonna act like you was the shit when you died. I'm not gonna speak bad about you. But but I'm not gonna do it. And I do that with people that I know. Like there's been people that I know that died that were pieces of shit when they was here. I never liked them. And when I see everybody's yo, rest in peace. This person was so real. You was one of the funniest. I just don't comment.
Yeah, I'll leave it alone.
Because, you know, my parents always told me if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it. Like, they're a piece of shit. Like, and it's just a fact.
And plus, you know, people.
That the royal family body Princess Di.
Who cares, eh?
But the people really fucked with Princess Di because she was married into the royal family and she wasn't like them. And they didn't like her.
I seen somebody posted a video, I guess their mom's from Grenada. And her mom was saying that like when the queen would come, they'd make everybody come out of their houses and salute and sing the anthem for her, like she said, like we were fools. They used to make us come outside like we were fools. And
who said that?
It was somebody. It was a singer's parent. Their parents from Grenada. Their moms from Grenada.
They were black.
Yeah, you know Grenada's.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
but, yeah.
But so, and Grenada is that's one of the colonized.
I guess it was at that time.
Because I've traveled, we've been to a lot of Caribbean islands, and they fly the British flag because that's British territory. You know what I mean?
British territory.
There's no British people on these islands, but didn't they even do that to like? Nah, it wasn't Haiti. But they own like part of Canada and all kind of shit, right?
They got a little something everything, like us. That's
Man.
where we get it from. Like
Yeah.
father, like son. Like
You're
father,
still
like
big
son.
brother, mate. Don't fuck it up. Yeah?
So yeah, I don't want to say too much about it. Queen Elizabeth is dead, and if you feel away,
Now Prince Charles is the king.
my condolences.
Is he gonna be the king or is he gonna be the king?
King Charles. Yeah, that's what we do.
Tank Slang Charlie.
He's been Prince Charles our whole life. That's the other
Our
thing.
whole lives, right? He's been Prince Charles.
Your brother said something the other day, and he said the queen has been old her whole life, and I had to really think about it.
Pretty
Like, yo,
much.
she was.
'Cause,
I remember being in elementary school, looking at her like she's old as shit, and she's still old as shit.
Yeah, I was born. She was in her 50s, like 50s already.
Yeah.
It's like the Lord woke up and was like, shit, we forgot to punch Queen out. God, yo, someone punch
Hey.
Queen out, please.
Hey, where's?
I'm not paying her no more overtime.
What was she, 96?
96.
96,
She
96.
was a
I
fool.
paid Evan
Like,
no
I don't-
more overtime. Clock
I
her
don't
out.
feel sorry for people like that. Like
You look
when
good.
it's like she's been rich her whole life,
Yeah.
entire life. She don't know what it was like to not to have to worry about a bill. Ever.
Bro, she has the biggest blood diamond,
The biggest stolen diamond in the world.
the biggest blood diamond ever on her crown. It's worth like something that stupid, like billions of dollars. It sits on her crown,
Stolen.
and African blood diamond.
South African, yeah, stolen.
I don't fuck with them. I don't fuck with them. I don't fuck with. One, I don't believe in modern day royalty. Like, nobody's your majesty to me.
No.
Let me be clear. Like the closest thing to a king and a queen to me is my mother and father. Like that's period. That's like
Anybody.
I
who
don't
can't get-
look at anybody in that regard other than my parents. Like the respect where I feel like I have to respect you
Right.
because I just do. Like I will show you undying respect.
It's like if you can't get voted out, you're pretty much a dictator.
Yeah.
You're a dictator if you can't get voted out. You know what I mean? Like people talk about the crown and they disappear.
100%. So yeah, I will still say rest in peace to Queen Elizabeth. But yeah, we ain't
It goes no farther than that though.
only queen we acknowledge is B.
We acknowledge a lot of queens.
Nah, there's a lot of queens. Latifah, few, but
The queens at the table.
not the OG colonizer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, queen. Only queens we acknowledge is E Money, Vixen, and Hollywood Bonnie. That part. Speaking of Hollywood Bonnie though, she did drop a topic and she's not here right now. She will be on Queen's Table up next. Surprise celebrity guest. But
Shameless plug.
she dropped this topic and it was from another podcast. I don't know what podcast it is because she's not here. But it said something and Zoe was on one side and I was on the other side. And I think you was on my side, but I want to talk about it. It said men not only have sex with women they don't like, but they also have sex with women they're not attracted to.
Oh, we talked about this.
Yes, and this seemed like a revelation.
That junk is weird.
This
I agree. I was on your side.
This seemed like a revelation, and I'm saying I'll say this. I don't know about the not attracted to part, like for me, but there's been chicks that I didn't even know their names, like their last names. Like we met, like there's been chicks I met at a club or something that night.
But you liked him that night.
I liked them that night.
Yeah, we were a little wavy.
But when we woke up and everybody was sober after everything happened, what happened still happened. But I don't like them. When I'm sober, I'm like, you're not for me.
What was I?
That's happened.
I guess like I haven't gone.
You took something home that you did not give a shit about.
I ain't trying to hear this.
I can't say that.
Never?
Oh my god.
You're in the military.
I still had my pick. That means I liked him.
So you never knocked something down that you didn't speak to anymore?
Not that I didn't try it. There was stuff that that it just happened, but I've only had a couple one night stands.
But you don't really like that person. You only like them for the moment. You can't like somebody you don't know That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to dislike
If you
them.
say it like that.
Yeah, like, you don't
no,
know them, and like, you
but
like
then
them,
no.
they cute.
There's guys out here. No,
momentary
there's
likeness, because like you have to like. So if you're in a club, typically alcohol, whatever we're doing, it's gonna alter that movement, that energy level at the time. Gonna alter that movement. You see that show, you might be vibing at the time. There's some type of interaction. There's not like I'll just look. It's happened to me, but it might be a look, and then something just happens. But typically, there's some type of interaction that occurs that leads to the next step. You might not know her name, but what she said in that moment, what occurred in that moment, she turned around and just started backing her big ass up on.
But a lot of shit, but a lot of fly moments happen when you're not sober.
that's
what I'm saying. There's no way that goes down not sober. I mean,
I'm not talking about that because I be on Twitter, and there's dudes that really. You're talking about being drunk and not knowing a person. Nah, there's cats out here that's really knocking down stuff that they don't really want to talk to. It's like,
oh, you just get it because it's. For
I don't get it.
Nah,
Just
so
for
check
the
this out.
rap.
So
I don't
there's
get it.
women that I have met. Like, this ain't even one night stands that I've met and I thought were bad. Like, I looked at them and thought they were bad. When they opened their mouth, I was like, I would never be with them.
But I can't.
But I
go no-
still want to be. Like, I still want to.
nah.
Yeah, like, I'm
I
still
can't
going to
go-
knock this down because
I can't go no further.
because she's cute. Like, I'm still attracted to
Now
her,
you're a little
but I don't want to be with her.
I think the adjustment comes in if you're like, yo, you talk to her like you come at her, you approach her like, damn, she's beautiful. She might be one of those that you gotta put in. You about to put the Mac down. You feel me? Then she's like, look, I'm with whatever. You're like, yeah, I'm busting your ass tonight.
Nah.
You're getting a couple cups of Henny. You want to smoke this blunt? I'm gonna give you a Newport.
None of that.
I've met
I
a
can't
girl.
do that.
I've met a woman, like, specifically, I'm thinking about it in my head, that we were talking for about a week or two, and it was all cool. I'm thinking, like, she's cute, she's blah, 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 we're vibing. And the day that something actually happened is the day that I saw, like, the real her. Because, in the beginning, we only get the representation.
Right.
Yeah.
So I saw the real her the day before, like, it was before it happened. But I saw it and I was like, nah, I can't never,
I'll never
ever.
be with you,
I would, but then it happened.
I couldn't even do that.
But she was, so you have more willpower because
Like if
I'm getting something out of this. I'm a business.
if something bugs me, then I can't do it.
I know what you mean, but
and then it'd be fucked up because if you do it and it's some bomb ass sex, and then now you're like, damn, I want to do that again,
I hate the
but
way
I
you
don't
talk.
want to ever talk to you again.
I hate the way you talk.
Because there's definitely been women, like, in my life, there's definitely been women where I was like, yo, I don't want to spend any time with you, but there's so many other things I want to do with you.
I guess
I want to tear you up and leave.
the women that I dealt with
I want no
on that
conversation.
level, I liked them. So I can't say I was busting down anybody.
I think, yeah, I'm about to say,
Yo, the way he looked, he said,
he's a feelings guy then.
Nah,
See,
not even a feelings guy. It's just I like what I like.
but I was so
I
sad.
don't like
But
what
you never had I used to, when the club days, when we was out clubbing, like when the days.
I didn't leave stuff. I didn't leave the club with. I only did like once.
When
I left the club like
the days.
now with somebody I did. Now there was times where we're gonna meet, and that's what it is. But I've never taken something that I met. It's only one time that I took something that I met.
My clubbing
from the club
days,
and went home.
I would never like. I used to look at.
"Wow."
I used to look at the women like, especially when I was like outside, like when I was moving around. I had a couple of dollars in my pocket. We was in the clubs. Like it was like I never looked at any of them like I wanted to have a relationship.
No, it was
Like it was never like
the hunt.
like I was moving like a woman, like in my state back then. How women be like, do not talk. Like a woman knows if she's gonna sleep with you when she, and I would be looking at the women like, yo, shut the fuck. Like don't say. Like I already know that you're not that intelligent. Don't talk. Don't keep talking and make me not want to sleep with you tonight. Because I would sleep with them at night, and then it was over. Like I knew that your mind capability wasn't going to get you past that night.
Or anything else.
But that night,
But I wasn't
after the Grey Goose or the Henny or whatever was in the system, that night was going to happen. But I had no interest in wanting to.
Yeah, I will be honest with you. I was never going to the club with the intention. Let me find the most intellectual.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
Who does that?
Boy, I'm off 2
Who got the-
e-pills.
who-
I'm off 2 e-pills.
Wow.
Molly right now. I'm gonna drink a bottle of Henny with my folk. Nigga, I've already been acting out, jumping on cars in the parking lot. I'm in here looking for the lay down. I'm looking for a lay down. I'm looking for big booty, freakum dress.
Who got the
She
shortest
freaking-
dress? The
You got the
shortest.
freak dress, some
The
sexy legs, you
freakum
got your
dress.
time done. Oh, girl, you.
That's why it kills me when women brag about like how many dudes want to smash them. But because I be thinking like, yo, dudes smash anything. Like, yo, you should never brag on that. Like, all you really gotta do is be.
I attract the opposite sex.
You only gotta be like a 5, and you can go out in the club
You
and
don't even
pull
gotta be
anything.
that.
Yeah,
Like,
you got
yo,
a big
like.
booty. They don't even care. You can come to your crib. You can be looking like you live in a loft on social media. You get there, she live in a broken down apartment on the south side. You feel me? Mattress on the floor, look all pissy.
Any woman can get a man.
Niggas still hitting.
It be but it be the only
Yeah,
ones that
24
complain.
million.
The only ones that complain about that are the ones who, they're the ones who on their page be complaining about the thirsty dudes in their inbox, but they got a bunch of ass shots on their page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Listen, baby.
you can't do both. Like, you can't. You know what you're doing when you take these pictures
I'll
and you
pull up
post
and
it.
pop your
Who are
ass.
you trying? Like, when you have your whole back is to the camera.
The fake
Who do you
feature.
think? Do you think you're getting a good job? Do you think jobs are looking at you like that? Like, why? When you got your ass to the camera, I think you should be able. You should almost have to forfeit your right to be able to complain about the thirsty dudes in your inbox,
It just comes from
because that's a thirst trap.
This is just shit.
Like, yo, you're doing stuff for attention, but then complaining about the attention publicly, which is not even a real complaint. Because
No,
hold on. When the women say, yo, all these thirsty dudes in my inbox, those women, they're not complaining really. They're publicly complaining for the public to make it look like that, but they're really trying to let everybody know a lot of dudes want me.
A lot of dudes in my inbox.
or it's not working out the way they wanted. That in theory would see the logic. Like, maybe if I do this, I'm gonna get attention. I'm gonna get a God-fearing man.
These aren't confident
With
women doing that.
It's
with
a different kind of
130,000 a
attention.
year, who's gonna want to take on me and my 19 and a half kids, and my 13 baby daddies.
People,
you know what I mean? And they're like, oh no, I'm just getting this thirsty nigga that's like, yeah. This-
And I'm not
he just
saying
in the
nothing.
inbox. He's not even saying nothing. He's not even saying nothing.
think
He's
it's-
just in the inbox like this. Yo, what's up?
It's this internet, man. It makes people.
And that's the thing, though. But hold on, that's the other thing. The dudes, like the chicks, who get those random pics, and it's never the woman's fault. But men don't do that to every woman. Like, men don't send dick pics. Am I lying? Like
Like,
men do that to the women they think
They want that.
they have a shot with. Some women they're attracted to, but they don't think they ever are even in their lane. Like, they don't. When they think they have a shot with you,
They don't just hit the boop.
So you think like there's probably women
I
that
want to
probably
take her on
get
a
like
date.
there's probably women that get like hundreds of dick pics a day.
yeah.
Yo,
I got girls
that's
on my
wild.
timeline who post pictures that are provocative every day, and like half of them complain about the disrespectful shit in their inbox. But here's my thing:
I'm not on that social media.
if you are, and I think women should 100% embrace your sexuality, but if you are promoting sex, that's more than embracing your sexual. Like, like if you're promoting sex, when you're talking about, some of your posts are, I suck the best, I fuck the best,
Yeah,
I
like,
do this,
yo, bro,
and then your pictures are provocative,
bro.
and then you are like, you can't do all of that.
I suck good dick. yeah, my coochie wet.
You can't, you can't post like that and then be surprised. Like, that is, when you post like that, a horny man to them is like, oh, I can fuck her.
Yeah.
Right? Like we now we all think we got a shot, and that's why they're in your inbox. It's not because you're special. You're talking about sex every day.
If Walmart tells me they got half off, I'm in there. It's a discount. You telling me right now you're advertising you got throat.
That is like you are
I ain't got
advertising.
throat. What's up? Shit. What's up? Shit.
I got wet. I got wet cat.
You can't talk like that and then want respect. And I'm not saying you don't deserve respect.
I'm respecting the advertisement. You said you got a good neck. What's up?
I'm saying everybody, and this is men or women, everybody gets, they get the reaction that they give out. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying any woman deserves these dick pics if you don't want them, or deserves these unwanted, but I'm saying if you are putting out a certain energy, there's a certain energy that's coming back. That's just what it is. Like, men are men at the end of the day, and at the end of the day, most men walk around horny all the time. Like, we just are. Men think about sex way more than we should. Like, it just is. Yeah. And if every day, every morning when I wake up, I can guarantee your thong is on my timeline.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah,
like, what are you talking about?
I'm already ready for you.
Yeah,
What is you talking about?
This internet is crazy, man.
It is.
Cause women around here like every dude has like a scary one or two scary female stories.
Yeah.
But almost all women have multiple scary guy stories. Like a few.
Do you got a mic over there? Because I want to ask you this. Like, how do you feel about this? And I'm going to ask everybody.
Swinging it like a dick
Oh, yeah. Give her the mic. So this is the topic that we're on right now. It said men not only have sex with women that they don't like, they have sex with women they're not even attracted to. And
I think that's weird.
Zoe said he's never done that. I said that happens all the time. I think that's a regular occurrence. As women, what do y'all think?
I think that's absolutely true.
Do you think men have had sex with you and weren't attracted to you?
No.
I have had sex with a guy who said that he did not even have a type in women. He just has sex with them just for his own personal reasons.
So he has
So
no
he
pecs.
just open to anything.
Correct.
I like the lips on this lady.
And I see, like, there was a
There's nothing
time,
wrong with that either.
and that's why it happens, because, and I'm not, like, this is me. Like, before I actually matured, there was a time when I was just trying to get a nut. And if I was just trying to get a nut, especially if we was at the club or something, everybody feeling good, we was drinking all night,
Nah.
I don't give a shit if I like you.
Nah, this enjoy.
Like, what, I like you.
See, to me, that
That's
reeks
in
of
the
desperation, though. That reeks of you have no pics then. You feeling lonely,
Yeah. That's crazy.
and you want something to lay down with.
If you in your 20s,
That's how you catch BV.
100%. That's how you catch monkeypox. Put down.
Oh,
But nah, 100%. Like I do think like that every man went through the no pics phase. Like there's a lot of men who just lack standards at some point in their life. Like, and I was one of them. 100%.
and I was one of them.
I was one of them.
That thou shalt not speak of.
There's, and that's why I say like it's 100% possible that there's people that you didn't like, because there's a lot of things I did in my early 20s when I first was going to the bars and clubs that I didn't know these. I didn't even know these people, like them. I didn't know them. I didn't speak to them no more. So it wasn't even a like. It was like, thank you for the night. The night was great, but it was what it was.
For this gift you bestowed.
Thank you for the nut. Thank you.
Huh?
Don't you feel like you can damage somebody that way though?
I've damaged a lot of
People
women.
already
I
did.
100%. Like, and I'm not proud. I'm not proud. Like now, like I said, now that I'm at this place in my life, I wish that there's some kind of like mediation I could go through with some sort, because yeah, I was heartless. Like, and I know that I got people's feelings involved where mine weren't. Like, and that's not a good thing at all. Like, so now I'm not proud of none of that. But it's happened. 100% it's happened. Yeah. So before we get out of here, I want to talk about the Kansas City teacher real quick. So there was this teacher in Kansas City who didn't. she didn't use the proper pronouns in the school of LGBTQ student that she had. She said it was for religious purposes. And she didn't use them. They wound up getting rid of her, and then she sued them and won a $95,000 settlement, which is kind of goes against everything we know right now as far as like the way society's moving. I'm shocked that she won a $95,000 settlement.
You surprised? Given the layout.
Given the climate.
Yeah, given that whole.
Yeah, no, but you have to respect the pronoun game right now. I don't know.
I think she was calling him or calling them by their name.
Yeah. Well, the original name, yeah.
Right.
She was calling them by the original name, and I think it was a little girl. I don't know. The student wanted to go by another name that they created, but it wasn't the legal name. It was just the preferred name. And I don't know. These are the details. And she's religious. The school never had no policy in writing that you had to go by this.
That's crazy.
So,
But I'm just gonna say this, and I don't look it comfortable. I'm just saying, if I was like, yo, my name's Quan, they'd be like, okay, Shaquan, that's it. Like, it's just.
I just told you, like I told y'all when I was in 7th grade, I decided I wanted to use a different iteration of my name. Nobody respected it. They didn't respect it.
Like,
when I decided I wanted to be Will, nobody called me Will. It should happen for 1 week, and they was like, nah, you're not Will.
I think when you're doing something like that, it's a complete change for everybody. I think you need to give people grace. You gotta give people time. Teachers, they mispronounce my name all through school. You know what I'm saying? So how could I, who all of a sudden my name was Tim, and all of a sudden I want to go by Bernice? You know what I'm saying?
You look like a Bernice.
Sister Bernice.
You go from Tim to Bernice. That junk is it's not even close, man. You can't, you can't, I mean, you can. Do your pronoun thing. Do your thing, whatever you want. But you got to give people time. That junk ain't going to come immediately. That junk's not coming.
And it's new to all of us.
Exactly.
Like no disrespect. You got to give people time to learn all of these new things. Like I don't think everybody who is, and I'm not saying this about her. I have no idea what this teacher was on, but everybody who doesn't say or do the proper things is not trying to be disrespectful. Some of us just don't know. We're just ignorant. So, but the fact that she won $95,000
tells me something.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I think this is going to do the opposite. Like she won, but I think now it's going to be in writing, and it's going to change in the actual rules, and this will never happen again, because we know how this country goes. But yes, She Got Jokes was success last night. Shout out to Queen's Table. They are up next. They got a special guest in the building. Our next event is October 8th. Next month, October 8th. Forget U Street Last. U Street Last, October 8th. Doors open at 7. Show starts today. We got another great lineup for you. Make sure y'all tune in. Hopefully next week Zoe gets some buns. And like I said, Queen's Table's up next. We got I Am Kenzie in the building.
Hey, yo, it's your boy Just Kans. I do it because I just can.
We got Alonzo Williams Jr. in the building.
Chop wood, carry water.
And I am your host, Blast. This is SayLess Podcast, episode 182. We'll see y'all next week.
U Street rocks the world.